All right, let's cut through the noise. Today, we're looking at two massive revolutions that are happening right now. On one side, you've got the gaming world with Sony at the helm, and on the other, a huge shakeup in the global silicon chip industry. Now, this isn't just another news update. Think of this as a strategic map. We're going to decode how these two worlds are about to collide and what it means for all of us. So let's dive right in. You've got Sony methodically building this incredible gaming empire. And then you have this fierce worldwide battle for the future of silicon chips, the things that are going to power, well, everything. So what's the connection? Turns out they're not separate stories at all. They're actually two fronts in the exact same war for what comes next. To really understand where gaming is headed, we have to start at the source, the hardware that makes it all possible. And right now, there's a massive struggle happening for the very soul of the machine. For decades, one name has absolutely dominated high-performance computing: Nvidia. Their GPUs have been the undisputed champions. But a new challenger has stepped into the ring. A company called Cerebras is threatening that long-held monopoly with a totally different approach, something they call wafer-scale technology. So what on earth is this wafer-scale tech? Well, instead of linking hundreds of little separate chips together, Cerebras had a wild idea. What if you made one single massive chip? We're talking the size of a dinner plate. This giant wafer, as you can see, completely eliminates the slowdowns you get when small chips talk to each other. This makes it insanely powerful for the huge calculations needed by advanced AI. It's a total game changer. So why should a gaming giant like Sony care so much about this war over silicon? Because for them, it's personal. The relationship between hardware and software has literally defined their entire history, and that includes some of their most painful moments. A lot of you will remember the PlayStation 3 and its infamous cell processor. When it launched back in 2006, this thing was a beast on paper, but it was so ridiculously complex that developers just couldn't unlock its potential. It wasn't until years later, with masterpieces like Metal Gear 4, that we saw what it could truly do when it was finally tamed. That lesson was burned into Sony's DNA. Powerful hardware is basically useless if it's not in perfect harmony with the software. Okay, so this new generation of hardware, it's not just about faster graphics and prettier games. It's the engine for the next huge revolution, a tidal wave of artificial intelligence that is changing everything from how we work to how we play. And this isn't just happening in Silicon Valley. This is a global race. As you can see here, in the West, you have giants like OpenAI partnering with Cerebras to put their AI development into hyperdrive. At the same time, in the East, major players like Huawei are pushing for what they call an Eastern singularity, their own ambitious strategy for total AI dominance. And let's be super clear about this. This isn't some far-off sci-fi future scenario. The economic impact of this AI arms race is already hitting us right now, and it's happening way faster than almost anyone predicted. Just take this concept of agentic economics. It's basically an economy where AI agents, these autonomous programs, are performing really complex jobs. If you look at this chart, you can see projections that by 2026, these AI agents could do the work of as many as 30,000 human engineers. That's a massive economic shift, and it's already in motion. But, with all this incredible power comes some pretty serious new dangers. We're talking about autonomous AI that could potentially threaten critical infrastructure. And for us gamers, there are brand new cybersecurity risks, like something called model inversion, where AI can be used to reverse engineer and leak your personal data from game models. And then there's the rise of creative illusions, AI-generated content that's so convincing, it starts to blur the line between what's real and what's in the game. But it is not all doom and gloom. Not by a long shot. This exact same technology is also about to spark a renaissance. So let's look at how this mashup of incredible hardware and powerful AI is going to totally transform the future of play. This quote right here, it says it all. We have to stop thinking about this stuff as theoretical. This is the cutting edge of today's technology, and it's about to create experiences that we have only ever dreamed of. So how does this magic actually happen? Well, as you can see, it all starts with a new foundation, Sony's neural rendering hardware. That specialized hardware then empowers incredible new creative tools, like the next-gen Unreal Engine 6. And what's the result of that perfect synergy? Entirely new worlds and more immersive experiences than we've ever had before. What we're witnessing is honestly nothing short of a renaissance in gaming. The creative doors being kicked open by AI are going to completely redefine what a video game can even be. And this is what that renaissance actually looks like in practice. We're seeing true 4D graphics that can create these hyper-realistic historical worlds. We're seeing totally new ways to tell epic fantasy stories. And maybe most exciting for a lot of us, this tech makes it possible to resurrect beloved, long-dead franchises and give them the incredible modern revival they deserve. Okay, so we've seen the hardware revolution, we've seen the AI explosion, and we've seen the future of gaming. Now, let's tie it all together and finally uncover Sony's grand strategy in the middle of all this chaos. You see, all these different pieces we've been talking about, the silicon, the AI, the game engines, the exclusive games, they are not separate trends. They're all interconnected parts of a single, brilliant master plan. And here it is. This is what it's all been leading to, Sony's final blow. Their ultimate goal is to achieve perfect, complete synergy between their next-gen hardware and their exclusive, top-tier content. By fusing these two parts of their companies so tightly, they're creating this powerful, self-reinforcing ecosystem that competitors will find nearly impossible to copy. But here's the thing. This strategic map isn't just for understanding what a massive corporation is doing. It's really a guide for all of us to navigate the next few years. So what does this all mean for you? So here's your strategic kit for 2026. For you gamers out there who want that true next-gen feeling, you've got to prioritize hardware that can deliver a rock-solid 120 frames per second. For artists and creators doing heavy graphics work, hold out for devices with dedicated neural processors. For you developers, learning the APIs for these new AI systems, it's not optional anymore. And for absolutely everyone, it is time to upgrade your account security to protect yourself against these new AI-driven threats. So the map is laid out. The hardware revolution is fueling an AI arms race, and Sony is positioning its gaming empire to conquer the new world that's being born from it. The next level is loading. The only question left is, are you ready to play?